keys.
Don't let them take my soul.
Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in the early 30s, it's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60, and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about it.
Do you wanna know why I cry at night? Do you wanna know why I can't sleep at night? These niggas off, gon' take them out. 2 shots, pop, pop, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. Own brothers against me. Should've never ever ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug.
What's going on? This your boy Troy and Chuck back again with episode 20, and we have a lot to talk about. We got the trades going on that's sending the NBA into a ruckus. We got the heated matchup between rookie and MVP, two-time MVP of the WNBA going on. We know we got to talk about Caitlin Clark and her performance against Diana Taurasi, how that matchup went down. Then we got the best segment of the show, relationship talk. But why wait? Let's just dive right in. Come on with it. So, Angel Reese versus A'ja Wilson, that matchup, it was the Las Vegas Aces beating the Chicago Sky 95-83. So, we had Jackie Young with playing 35 minutes, got 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 22 points. Then we had A'ja Wilson with 34 minutes being played, grabbed 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 31 points, had a nice game, played out, she balled out. Hey, if y'all ain't seen A'ja Wilson play, I highly recommend you guys watch her play. The woman is phenomenal. Kelsey Plum, hey, 34 minutes played, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 21 points. Then we had Chelsea Gray coming up, 27 minutes, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 points. So basically the Aces got like 40 women on the 2024 Women's Olympic Basketball team. This team is no joke. They're here to play. They might win it this year. The only team that might stop them is the Connecticut Sun. But when you got A'ja Wilson balling out like this and Kelsey Plum balling out along with Jackie Young, that's a hard team to beat. It's a hard team to beat. But let's see what the Sky did. We have Marina Mabrey. Hopefully I didn't pronounce her name wrong. 36 minutes, 6 rebounds, 4 assists with 21 points. Then we got the Shy Barbie coming in with 31 minutes, 11 rebounds, 1 assist with 18 points. Y'all, when I tell y'all this woman is a walking double-double, she is a walking double-double. Even though she sneezes, achoo, gets 11 rebounds, 10 points. Easy. Then we got Lindsay Allen with 34 minutes being played, had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 points. Then we had Shanita Carter, who's the tough defender on Kayla when they first had matchup. She gave Kayla Clark hell, I want to say. Played 34 minutes, had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 20 points. Then we had Camila Cardoso with 30 minutes, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 points. So, the question that was posed to me was, how was that matchup between A'ja Wilson and Angel Reese? It was great. I mean, we expected A'ja Wilson to do what she does against the rookie Angel Reese. The ladies, they competed. I mean, Asia's more polished. She has moves. She has the step back. She has that spin move. She could rebound. She could finish with either hand. I mean, I stated this before. Angel Reese can be the next Asia Wilson. So, Reese battled. Reese played hard. She did what she did what she did. They just came up short. The Aces they have a formidable squad. Like, any of those women could score in the 20s if they wanted to. So I love the matchup, love the competitiveness, love the energy they shared on the court. It was phenomenal. It was great. And even though the Sky ended up losing, it was still a good game to watch. Again, Angel Reese might mess around and win Rookie of the Year. Yes, I said it to all the Caitlin Clark fans who do not like Angel Reese. Angel Reese could win Rookie of the Year because she is leading not just in rebounding, but she's setting a record for the most double doubles by a rookie this season. Come on now. Give the woman her props, okay? Give her props, y'all. Give Angel Reese her props. Now, just because you got to think about it, like I said, if she polishes her game like Asia Wilson, now what we going to be talking? Come on now. Stop acting like, Reese can't mess around and win Rookie of the Year in the W when she can. Because she's showing it every single game. She is showing it. The woman has improved her free throw percentage. She rebounds, even though she might be missing her own layups. Because that's what some of y'all say, and I say that she misses her layups. She still hustles, gets the rebound, and goes up with it. And finishes. So, again, you can book that. Because Angel Reese is looking like a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. Because she's averaging a double. Walking double. Now let's transition to this Indiana Fever Phoenix Mercury game. It was a close and tight game. Phoenix was up, and like every time when the Phoenix Mercury go up, they find some way to fuck up the lead. They find some way to jag it. They could be a 15, 20, and it's like they take their foot off the gas. And the opponents come back in the third quarter, then in the fourth quarter, they be down when it's like 5 minutes left. But let's get into what the score was. Indiana Fever, 88. Phoenix Mercury, 82. Okay. Caitlin Clark played 39 minutes, had 9 rebounds, 12 assists, 15 points. Okay. Nalisha Smith had played 32 minutes, had 15 rebounds, 1 assist, 12 points. Then you had Christy Wallace with 18 minutes, 3 rebounds, 7 points. Then you had Alea Boston, who played 34 minutes, had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 17 points. Okay. Now for the Mercury. You had Natasha Cloud, who played 33 minutes, had 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 15 points. Then you had Rebecca Allen, who played 26 minutes, had 9 rebounds, 9 points. Then you have, of course, Brittany Griner, who does what Brittany Griner does. Played 31 minutes, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 24 points. Following up with Diana Taurasi with 32 minutes, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 19 points. So, Caitlin Clark, she's getting used to the physicality of the game. The girl got moves. The girl got skills. She can handle the ball. She could shoot from almost the logo, which she did in the game twice. I think she pulled it up from the logo. But did she outplay Diana Taurasi? No. Actually, yeah. Points-wise, Diana scored only 4 more points than her, but Caitlin Clark had more assists than her and out-rebounded her, this game. Because that was the talk. The talk was, why is this 40-year-old woman on Olympic basketball instead of Caitlin Clark. And, Diana brings leadership and experience that Caitlin doesn't yet. She's learning that, her team is starting to trust her more. But I'm going to take the experience over, the fresh newbie any day, all day. Okay? They can score the same amount of points. Diana Taurasi is just as good as an outside shooter as Caitlin. Passes the ball just as good as Caitlin. But, you gotta Brittany Griner down there. You're getting all the rebounds and stuff. I can't talk enough about Brittany Griner's game because she shoots free throws extremely well. She has post-up moves, has a nice touch around the rim, good turnaround face up, good turnaround hook over the left shoulder, over the right shoulder. She has a soft touch around the rim. She's fundamentally sound. I don't have nothing negative to say. She needs to just grab more rebounds. But Brittany Griner, excellent job. Keep doing you. Keep doing great. But the Phoenix Mercury just has to find a way to close out games. They don't have no problem like being ahead of 20, but they have to work on closing the game out. Because they can't keep doing this whole, they get up 20, then like the third quarter they lose the lead and the opponent is back then in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. So now the opponent is up by 6-8 points. They have to stop doing it. And so let's get into what's going on in the NBA as far as these trade talks. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. So stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
This company is a scam. Do not buy none of their merchandise or products. Scam alert. Don't buy.
Okay, y'all, we're back. So let's talk about these trades. Sources from CBSSports.com. Here we go. The Bulls re-up Patrick Williams to a 5-year, $90 million deal. Now here is where I get pissed at. I'm not a believer in Patrick Williams, okay? After doing my research, I had to double back down. Why? Well, let's look at it. This season, he plays 27.3 minutes, averages 10 points, 3.9 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game, shooting 44.3% from the field, shooting 39.9% from three. He was the 4th overall pick in the 2020 draft, and he's only 22 years old. He turns 23 in August. I didn't realize that Patrick Williams was that young, okay? You would have thought he'd been in the league longer, but he really hasn't. He has tremendous upside. It's just the fact he has to stay healthy. So I see why the Bulls kind of did that. They're kind of in this rebuild stage. So they're getting a lot of young guys, and they're looking towards the future, of building the team. So another issue they did, they traded Alex Caruso to OKC for Josh Giddey. Now, a lot of people were upset with this trade. I was too. I was too, because I'm like, why are we getting this guy? But when you look at it, Josh Giddey, 25.2 minutes per game, 12.3 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, 4.8 assists per game. He shot 47.5% from the field, and he shot 33.7% from three. Now, let's think about this. He was drafted number 6 in the first round pick in the 2021 draft. Here's my problem. See, Josh Giddey is another young player. So the Bulls are not going to, since they're in rebuild mode, they're probably not going to make playoffs. They're not thinking playoffs. Okay, they're thinking long term, thinking future, They're not thinking playoffs right now. And I know the city of Chicago wants to see the Bulls in the playoffs. But this is where they're heading because they got rid of Andre Drummond. They traded him, which was so we can pretty much see where this is going. They tried to get rid of Zach LaVine. The city of Chicago wants Zach LaVine gone, but because he's so injury prone, don't no team want to pay the high value for his contract. So that I want to see how Chicago's going to get him off the books. That's what needs to happen. In other news, Knicks signed Mikal Bridges. Now, another Villanova cat. So basically, the Knicks is the whole new Villanova of the NBA. That's basically what it is. All right. He 34.8 minutes for the regular season. He averaged 19.6 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game, 3.6 assists per game, and shot 43.6% from the field. He was 37.2% from 3-point range. Now let's think about this. He's a 3-and-D guy. He made first team all defense. He's 27 years old. He was drafted in the first round. He was a first round draft pick in 2018. Okay. Many people like that, the deal with Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks. So you got a 3-and-D guy. You got Jalen Brunson. You're trying to hold on to OG Anunoby, which if they could do that, that'd be good. You got Julius Randle coming back. You got Mitchell Robinson still. I think you still got Vincenzo. I think you still got him, and you still got Josh Hart. The problem is they're not a championship contending team because they're small. Right? They're small. You gotta face the Sixers. They just picked up Paul George. They said Tobias Harris to Detroit, so he's pretty much done. His options of getting a ring is over with. Tobias, you were the future for the Sixers, and you choked. You underperformed. 15 points per game. They paid you over Jimmy. Because you were supposed to help them get back to the championship. You're supposed to be the future. You underperformed. But I get it. Because you had James Harden there taking all the shots, and you had Joel Embiid taking all the shots. So yes, you were stuck with only like 15, 20 points as a third option. I mean, that's technically your role. You're a third option. You're not like the first option, not even the second option. So now, let's look at the Sixers. This is going to be a fight over who's the first option. Is it still Joel Embiid or is it Paul George? Right? Then you got Maxey. Then you got Kelly Oubre still. Nicholas Batum is gone. It's still not enough for the Sixers to compete for the title. Why? Because Paul George is injury prone. Joel Embiid, injury prone. You're hoping. What if the Sixers organization, you're hoping Paul George could take you there? Like he could just stay healthy for the regular season up until the playoffs. So expect him to be doing a lot of load managing. Okay. Expect Joel Embiid to still be Joel Embiid playing and stuff. But you have to ask yourself as the Sixers, is this enough to move the needle? No. Because when the season starts, they're probably going to be the 4th seed or the 5th seed. I don't think it's enough to move the needle. Still got to contend with the Bucks. Still have to contend with the reigning and defending champs. I don't think it's enough to move the needle much. I mean, those are just some of the few trades that did happen. They're trying to see where Klay Thompson is going to go because he has talks with the Lakers, the Mavericks, and a few other teams. Chris Paul gets waived. I think he went to the Spurs, so he's going to be with Victor Wembanyama, which is what's needed because Chris Paul is going to get Victor Wembanyama in his spots so he can be effective and efficient. He's going to give him the ball more. As far as Kevin Durant, I think he's still in Phoenix, but there were rumors about him being traded. I don't know. It ain't come across yet. But that's another thing to look at during the offseason. The West is still strong. I think Denver traded KCP to Orlando. So Denver's going to be looking to get Klay Thompson. If Klay Thompson goes to Denver, things could get a little interesting now. Because you got Jamal Murray, Klay. Ooh, that could be interesting for Denver. Because now you're going to really be asking Klay as just to be a catch and shoot guy. That's really what you're going to be asking him. Hey, man, just be a catch and shoot guy. So, more news on that. But there's another game we want to touch on that happened this weekend, too. The Sky were back in action. They were playing against the Minnesota Lynx. Minnesota Lynx ended up beating the Sky 70-62. We have, for the Lynx, Napisha Collier, who played 39 minutes, had 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 13 points. You had Elena Smith, played 25 minutes, 7 rebounds, 11 points. You had Bridget Carleton, who played 29 minutes, had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 points. Then you had Courtney Williams with 27 minutes played, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 points. Now, let's go to the Sky. We had Angel Reese played 35 minutes, 15 rebounds, 10 points. We had Shanita Carter played 34 minutes, had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 points. We have Camila Cardoso played 31 minutes, get 10 rebounds and 3 points. We have Marina Marbury played 34 minutes, had 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 11 points. Like I said the girls walk a double-double, sneeze double-double. Like I said, Reese, MVP. I'm telling you. She's on that road to being MVP. And before we get to the last segment of the show, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
This company is a scam. Do not buy none of their merchandise or products. Scam alert. Don't buy.
Welcome back, y'all. Now, get into the final segment of the show, Relationship Talks. Okay. So, we got an interesting topic here. Let's play this clip real quick because it's involving about black men never settling for one woman. So let's play the clip first and then let's get into it. Roll the clip, please.
Facts we can look at on that. Monogamy has failed for the white man in America.
But this is like saying it's okay.
It's not me saying it's okay. This is how they're living. I'm giving you the history of what their life is. Black men haven't been waiting on me to tell them it's all right to have more than one woman. Neither have white men. This is just what they do. I'm not talking about fornication and adultery. I'm not talking about one-night stands and running around rampant with other women. That's not the kinds of when I say more than one woman relationship. Mm-hmm. I mean that before we came to America, our men had more than one wife and family. And we were satisfied with it because we had not met the monogamy idea. We had not met the American white woman who, insists on certain kinds of values in her man. We had not learned envy and jealousy. All right. After coming here, those kinds of ideas were bred into us because of society and the mores that the Americans made up here. And so then we started to have problems with that. But I think that since it is apparent that most of them, not all of them, it's certainly up to the man, do love more than one woman.
Okay. So let's tackle this one by one. Did black men never settle for one woman? So let's go by what theconversation.com, that's our source. They said poor black men reject monogamous romantic relationships due to the hypersexual masculinity to overcompensate for their inability to fulfill the traditional breadwinner role. Okay. They also said they did a research of 33 black men from Louisville, Kentucky, right? Some were single, some were married, some were divorced, some were fucking around, okay? Salary ranges between $0 to $175,000 a year, okay? They had GEDs, high school diplomas, graduate degrees, and what did they say? Glad you asked. Many of them gave credit to their partner. They basically were saying like their partner made them a better man. The woman who they chose to be with made them a better person, right? However, and this credit goes out to El Rashad, okay, because he always said this. He said, men learn from other men's mistakes. And they said the same thing on theconversation.com because they said the reason being is that men were felt haunted because of what they experienced from their friends and family members of failed relationships, right? So they would see their mom and dad relationship, the marriage breaks up, ends in divorce, whatever, and they're learning from that, which stops them from being committed, from being in a monogamous relationship and messing around, having multiple girls. And they would see their friends being in relationships with just one woman and their friends stressing out, going crazy and everything of that nature. And they learn from that, which kind of makes them not want to commit because they're like, well, if that's happening to them, what makes it think it can't happen to me? And that's how they are looking at this, right? But here's something interesting, y'all. They said this, and this is where I want to hang my hat with this. They said people of color have not seen marriage modeled very well. Coming from where I'm from, it's out of all my friends, only one of them had their mom and dad were married. Every time we came over to his crib, no arguing, no fighting, nothing of that nature. On my other friends, I had one friend who didn't stay with his mom and dad, he stayed with his grandparents. And I had another friend who was raised by just his mom. His dad was, I don't know if he was really in the picture or not. They went on the same household, on the same roof, right? I had another friend who was raised by his mom and the stepdad, right? Because his dad was nowhere to be found. And the list goes on and on. So no, I gotta say, mostly in the black community, we really haven't seen it modeled very well. Like compromising, planning out the future as far as finances, how one delegates the finances. It's usually tension, argument, fighting, and one doing their own thing and not informing the other. It's a divided front, mostly, sometimes, right? And it's sad because when these kids grow up, that's what they're seeing, and they think that's normal, and it's not really normal. So that's, man, even if you go back in time, right? Hey, let's take it back in time, y'all. let's do the last 4 years. From 2020 to 2024, there were 4.2 million marriages that happened in the United States. How many of them were Black Americans? Only 394,800, right? In my last episode, I talked about, no, in previous episodes, I talked about, is marriage still a thing? Do Black women want to still get married? These numbers, man, it's like, they got white, out of the 4.2 million marriages, white Americans were 59.3%. So that's like 2,490,600 that believed in marriage and got married. So, yeah. So, let's dive into the second topic. Is monogamy natural? No. Sorry, it never was natural. When you go back in history, you had Chinese who had concubines, right? You had kings and princes in Africa who had multiple wives. It even showed it in the episode of Martin when Martin saved the prince from Africa and he asked Gina to be his concubine, and Martin didn't know what a concubine was. He should have just researched, but he agreed to it. But did y'all peep in the episode where Cole was trying to talk to the lady and they said something in I don't know what language they're speaking. They said some different language. And then they asked one of the bodyguards, like, what did she say? They was like, she'll break the front. They was like, oh, dang, why is she acting like? They said, those are Prince, I think his name is Uji, Prince Uji's wives. See, it was normal then. So, like, I'm trying to, so, because I can't pronounce the word right. Yeah, I'm looking, so just hang with me. So, according to our source, ifstudies.org, so before Western imperialism, 83% of indigenous societies were polygamous. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but we'll say poly relationships. 16% were monogamous and 1% were polyandrous, right? So for those that don't know what the polyandrous is, it's when one woman has multiple husbands simultaneously. One married woman has multiple husbands simultaneously. That was only 1% of that happening. But polygamous relation, that was a thing then. Now what are we seeing? We're kind of seeing that now in this world where now it's poly is the thing now. A guy can be with the girl and have another girl. And they know about it and they're okay with it. It's history repeating itself. Monogamy didn't come into effect until laws and religious beliefs and society was playing a part in it. Because when religious beliefs came in, they said you could only have one wife. When the laws came in certain states, you could only have one wife. You can't have multiple wives. But that's what changed it all. But before it was religion, before the laws in society, it was okay to have multiple wives for a guy. I mean, yeah, you had women that had multiple husbands, and that was okay, but it was very rare. Again, it was 1% of that happening. So no, monogamy is not natural. This is unnatural. Okay? And so let's go on to the next topic. And the next topic is, should ladies stop calling people for every little thing? Let's play this clip real quick.
Stop calling your brothers and your cousins for every little argument, because you women sit on social media, you sit around, oh, everybody killing everybody, but you never tell the truth that there's been 1,000 shootings and homicides trickle back down to you running your fucking mouth, or you calling somebody and exaggerating because you feel disrespected. Stop calling people. You get in an argument with somebody on the block, that's it, leave it there. You call your brother, now these niggas going through it the whole summer, and then somebody child die about it. That's your fault. That's your fault. You can't sit back and say it's not your fault because they went too far. You shouldn't have called them.
Okay. Whenever something happens, ladies, y'all gotta gauge it. Okay, if it's life threatening, like this person put their hands on you or something like that, then yeah, call your people. But if this person is calling you, BITCH, or you ain't nothing and your feet stink, you ugly, that don't mean you gotta call Pookie and Ray and all them to come handle the score, your baby daddy to come handle business. It was a club in I want to say in I want to say Country Club Hills, but realistically it's probably Markham. And me and my cousin was in there, right? We having a good time, having a drink. We get in the parking lot. Next thing you know, this girl is spazzing. She's spazzing. Some dude said something to her. He disrespected her. She gets mad, tell her best friend, blah, 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 blah. She like, I'll call my baby daddy. He'll send this bitch up. Now listen, I'm going to call my baby daddy and he'll send this bitch up. That's what she was talking about in the clip. You calling this dude, you women are calling dudes for every little thing. When it's like, yo, did he put his hands on you? No, he's just talking shit. Okay, let it go. Because if that dude you call shoots everything up, now an innocent bystander gets hurt and killed, all because you opened your fucking mouth over something small. So yeah. Then last topic is, what should women bring to the table? Roll this clip, please.
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage. There was nothing that I did not do.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Did he have chemo or radiation?
He had a form of chemo, which is called BCG. It's an injection.
I know.
That,
I know what cancer is. I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
Emotionally, as a partner and a spouse, I was emotionally neglected. And financially, funds began to be withheld from me that would have normally never been an issue.
God almighty. Okay. He was being injected with poison. He was going through quite a bit. So you know what? He's allowed to go through some. Was he on prednisone also?
No.
Okay. Was he on any kind of steroid?
No, he refused.
But he's still injected in poison. Did you have to work? Did you have to work when you were married?
No, but I chose
No, you didn't have to. No. You chose. But you didn't pay no real bills. You didn't have no skills. Knock it off. He was the money. He was the money. See, he actually saved you from yourself. And then when he got sick, are you a Christian?
No.
Where'd you get married?
We got married at a courthouse.
And what vows did you use?
Sickness and in health. So that was what the general vows. The general vows.
From the Bible.
If that's where they get them from, then yeah.
Well, you know where they get them from. You're a married woman, and you said them. And then when he got sick, you bailed.
Okay. So let's address this topic. This woman, husband, was a cancer patient, and she tried to say financially she wasn't taken care of, and she tried to say emotionally he wasn't there. This man was going through a lot, and you bailed on him But before he had this cancer, you was taken care of. That's what most women do in the black community. They be bailed. I did a live on this. It was like 60, 59, 60, no, it was dead at 70% of black women are the first to file divorce. So what did she do? She was the first to file divorce. So I never want to hear, matter of fact, 69%, because I remember 31% was men. So I never ever want to hear a black woman or any woman try to say men ain't nothing or men don't want to commit. That's a lie and it's false. Cause y'all be the ones that be quick to leave, quick to bail when shit goes south. You took vows for better or for worse, for sick and health. So when he got sick, what did you do? You supposed to still be there. Instead, you bailed. Why? Because let's go back to what theconversation.com said. They said people of color have not seen marriage modeled very well. This is why women bail, because they don't know how to face adversity in a marriage or a relationship. They want to run. And then, so what do they bring to what is a woman supposed to bring to the table? She's supposed to bring peace. She's supposed to bring nurturing, comfortability, a safe space for the man she's dating. Not a headache, not a pill. I mean, y'all gotta wake up, like for real. Y'all really gotta wake up for real. Because realistically, if a lady finds a dude that has his own everything, he pays his own bills, he cooks, he fixes things, he cleans things, you women gonna be insecure like, damn, where do I fit in at? You can bring that man peace. You could be his safe space where he could come and just talk to you and vent. And he not be judged, he not be looked at as someone who can't handle his emotions. He's not looked at as being weak. You could be his safe space. You could be where he comes and is comfortable. Because dudes don't be, most of the time, the dudes don't be looking for the money from y'all. How can you be that man peace? Can you be a safe space for him to open up and talk to you? Can you not be a headache? Can you keep him on track of things he's doing and what he needs to do? Just make sure he's on track and not be discouraged. Y'all can't even do that. And it's freaking sad. But then wonder why you still singing messing with the dudes who are poor black men. Overcompensating for the inability to fulfill the traditional breadwinner role. Y'all ladies messing with them, and y'all put them on the pedestal. And they the ones that don't want the monogamous relationship. They want the poly. Okay. And then I want to play this clip before I close out. Roll this clip.
I know they ain't worth nothing, but look, they here. Remember this saying I had? You might see me with a cold bitch one day. You might see me with an ugly bitch the next day. But you saw me with a bitch. That's the only thing that matters. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't care what kind of woman you are. I can use you. But don't be mad at me because I know who you are and I use you accordingly. That's been the problem my whole life. I have girls that I know ain't about nothing. They know they ain't about nothing, but they have the nerve to ask me, why don't I treat them like they something? I'm like, well, this don't make sense. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? You crazy, right? They actually expect the respect of a respectable woman.
Okay. How the hell y'all ladies get mad because Y'all telling the dude, hey, we just friends, and you friends on him, and he treats you like a friend because he ain't doing shit for you. Now it's all, damn, you don't never want to do nothing for me. You put him in a friend zone. Friends, what? I'm a male friend. I don't even have my own friends out. You want me to pay for this, pay this bill, do this, do that? No, that's boyfriend shit. I'm a friend. I don't do that. Opening the door, you a friend. Don't do that. No friends don't do that. Or you OnlyFans chick and you sell pussy, but you want to be treated like a goddess. That shit don't fly. Where do they do that at? No. You want to be a hoe, but want to be treated like a woman that cares about her appearance and how she's viewed. A woman of class, a woman of standards. You want to be treated like a woman of class or standards, but you a hoe. That don't work. So ladies, stop getting fucking offended when you getting treated how you represent yourself. Clean up your act. If you clean up your act, stop out here doing ratchet shit, expected to be treated like a goddess. If start caring about your appearance, clean up your act, start acting like a woman of standards who has standards, then yes, you will get treated like that. But if you want to go out here, shake your ass in the street, you want to go out here and do splits in the streets, you want to talk like dudes saying, on bro, on folding them gray, bro, you get treated like one. Get treated like a slut, get treated like a hoe, and get mad. And get mad. But that's our show for today. It's your boy Troy Chuck saying this. Remember, always love yourself and each other.